Snow and Lambeau, Coach. Something about that combo that just works, like peanut butter and jelly. And we've got half a foot of the right stuff and still coming down here in Green Bay. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Green Bay Packers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun. Love. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 46 yards.
6-yard line.
1st and goal from the 6. Now Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll try again with Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Brings up
a big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Love looking to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
The tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Amos on the tackle.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Subsequent gains of 3, 4, and now 5 yards. Good enough for the first down.
And the Browns first down.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. From the 39, Dobbs. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. They find some open field here. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Matt Breida, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns have taken the lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Brought down at the 30.
It was Justin Houston who got him down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Love from the gun. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and long for Love. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
1-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
The ball carrier.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Dobbs. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. The 40. 20. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.
A 57-yard gain.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Intercepted by the
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Hands it off out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22.
One in the ball carrier. The tackle made by Kevin King. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Dobbs. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. But now it's 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. On play action, it's Dobbs. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. He's really putting together a spectacular season. That interception, number 11 now on the year.
And I know we're all taught that 7 is a lucky number. I'd say 11 is for him, huh? No doubt about it.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 93 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Room here to run. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
For the point after.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, first and goal.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got, and he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Check safety, check safety.
First down, Love to pass. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Delpit on the coverage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch the screen,
On the counter, here's Jones. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And it's caught by Herndon. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Love now to pass on first down. Flushed out right. And this is caught at the 8. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Browns 28, Packers 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
At the 21-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Off play action. Dobbs. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Yeah, not much room there, so get it up only to about the 21. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
1st and 10.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Love. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. It'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They needed a yard. They got it. 1st down.
1st down, Browns.
On first down, here's Breida. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Ball carrier.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Again, the ball.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And now with the play clock getting down, Kevin Stefanski going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. And they give this time to the tailback. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Forced out to his left. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
That's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
A pair of negative running plays, and now they're looking up at a 3rd down at 17 to go. From the gun, Dobbs going up top. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
2nd down. Love. Flush to his right. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown.
2-point conversion.
Throwing. Love. That's caught at the 1. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. So just a three-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake. Dobbs. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Dobbs pass. Intercepted.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Following the interception, Love. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Browns drive about to get started. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And now here's a carry heading left. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
3rd down.
The Browns on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Dobbs. And look at this. They get the turnover they need. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. It's a big play there for the Browns. 64 yards on the ground.
And the Browns first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. This is Breida. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And to give this time to the tailback. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
And the ball carrier.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
It is good.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
32.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Love. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun. Love. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
10 at the 37-yard line.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, a run with Breida. And a short gain down to about the 33. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
And it's third down.
This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Let's go, D. 51.
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Love. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Love looking to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
And there's a chance for them to end the game. An incompletion, it's probably over. But how big was that one, though, to keep this game going?
That's the conversion of the game right now, no doubt. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Again, it's Jones. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
It's fourth down.
So a big spot now for Crosby, but he's been here before. This to potentially send us to overtime. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll go again to Jones. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
The ball carrier brought down at the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
I'm here all day. 5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
First throw in overtime for Love. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
2-yard line.
First down, going to the air with Love. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
8 yards on the
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Albert Okuebunam was the target there, and it's third and short. Here's Love. Escaping the pressure right. Throw complete to Herndon. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Check, 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 check. Get ready, get ready.
Set, ready. Block 40. Strike 60.
Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On first and 10, Love. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Jones. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. I don't think you got it, sir. Mike 51. Mike 51. Okay, double up. Switch.
22 middle. Right.
Operating from the gun. Love. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's J.K. Scott now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
And part 1 is done, now part 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down past the 30. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Dobbs is throwing. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
54, check, 54.
From the gun, Dobbs, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Throwing again, Dobbs. Oh, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
This one took us deep into the night, but in the end, after 5 quarters, we're unable to determine a winner.
What can I say? I think it's a fair outcome of the kind of game that we had, pretty evenly matched. But here's where it gets tough. Because it was a night game, makes it much shorter on the turnaround, doesn't it? Especially for the visiting team.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Lambeau, good night, everybody.